Namaste. हमेशा खुश रहो विद्या. I am Jevin Dr. Lily Trivedi, and today I am going to give a lecture on morphological, physiological, and anatomical adaptations of plants. And in the series, we will first take hydrophytes. Next, we'll take xerophytes in the next lecture, and then halophytes. Now, this is course for BSc BEd 4th semester ZBC and for Faculty of Education and Methodology. And the name of the course is Anatomy, Ecology and Evolution. So students, let's start with the lecture, Morphology, Anatomy and Evolution. So I will first show you what are hydrophytes. Now we have many types of hydrophytes, and the basic, you can see some plants here. This is Lemna, Salvia, Azolla, Pistia and Wolffia. Now, let's start with the ecological anatomy. Now, what happens here? According to the ecology, certain type of structure or adaptation is made in the plants to that particular environment. So, in course of evolution, both structure and physiological adaptations are made with habitats with excessive water supply. So the plants which are wholly or partially submerged in wet places they are known as hydrophytes. Now these plants can grow under average conditions of moisture and temperature, and they can never face any kind of water or moisture deficiency. Now these plants are growing in water and wet places, so they can be either submerged or partially submerged, floating or amphibious. And the structural adaptation here is due to high water content and the deficiency of oxygen. So what kind of adaptations they take place? Reduction of the protective tissue. Why? Because epidermis here is meant only for absorption and not for protection. Second is reduction of supporting or mechanical tissue. That is, there is lack of sclerenchyma. Third is there is reduction of conducting tissue. That is minimum development of vascular tissue. The fourth is there is reduction of absorbing tissue. That means that roots act as anchors and there are no root hairs. And special development of air chambers or parenchyma for the aeration of internal tissue. Now let me show you, these are the adaptations for hydrophytes. So these are the morphological adaptations as well as anatomy. Now let me show you how there is the anatomy adaptation. So we have a picture here which is showing the adaptation of the plants to hydrophyte. Now, as you can see here, this is a cellular diagram. Now start with epidermis. The epidermis, since it is not protective, what happens here? It is only acting as a means of absorption for gases and nutrients. So if the cuticle is present, it is very thin, and the thin cellulose wall permits absorption from the surrounding water. Chloroplasts are found in these epidermal cells, and when the leaves are very thin, these chloroplasts utilize weak light underwater for photosynthesis. But what happens here, there is some stomata not present in the submerged plant, and exchange of gases takes place directly through the cell wall of epidermis. Now, in the floating plants of aquatic plants, they have abundant stomata on the upper surface. Then we can see over here, there is lack of sclerenchymatous tissue. There is no sclerenchymatous tissue. And why? Because the plants are submerged in water, and the water itself is giving the buoyancy and support to the plant. The sclerenchymatous cells are present and which provide support to the plant. Now, a few star-shaped sclerites or idioblasts are present which give mechanical support to the body of aquatic plants. Then we have minimum development of vascular tissue. The xylem shows great reduction, and in many aquatic plants, only few elements are present or very few small bundles. In the plants which are well developed, xylem lacuna is in the position of xylem. Now, phloem is fairly developed as compared to xylem because there is requirement for food transport. The absorbing tissue, there is reduction in absorbing tissue. What is absorbing tissue? Like root hairs and root caps, they are not developed. However, in submerged plants, for water dissolved minerals and gases, they are absorbed by the whole surface of the plant. So in hydrophytes, the root system is functioning chiefly as anchorage. Now the main or the interesting part is the development of air chambers. Now these air chambers are filled with gases and they are found in the leaves and stems of hydrophytes, and these air chambers are large, usually regular intercellular spaces throughout the leaf. Now what happens here? These air chambers give buoyancy to the plant for floating, and they also store up air or in the form of oxygen or carbon dioxide for the activities of respiration and photosynthesis. So this is the special tissue, erythema tissue present in the submerged plant. Now erythema is phloem formed by typical phallogen or epidermal cortical tissue. So this is all about the adaptations of plants in the according to hydrophytes, what different adaptations are found. Now there is a list of plants, like we have common aquatic plants. Now submerged plants, we have Vesselinaria, Hydrilla, Photomodgeton. In the floating plants, we have the Ceratophyllum, Pistia, Articularia, Eichhornia, Trapa, and Nipantha. In the plants with floating leaves, Nymphia, Nelumbium, Victoria, Urale, and Limnathym is there. Now we have some amphibious plants also, like the Ranunculus, Equitalis, Sagittaria, Limnophylla, Carda, Typha, etc. So these are the list of plants and their major adaptations which are found in hydrophytes. So students, I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please write in the comment box. I will resolve it soon. This session was powered by digital version 2.0 of Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. So thank you very much and namaste. And the next lecture will be on morphological and anatomical adaptations of xerophytes. Thank you very much. Namaste.